Hey there, welcome back. Armchair Generals Tom here with the fourth episode of my War on the Sea series. It has been a while. It's been a day since I delved in this game here. But playing Hearts of Iron 3 with my Japanese campaign, it's like really kind of setting me the mood to get into some specific naval combat, more of like a tactical than say strategic level that Hearts of Iron it tends to be. And I know it's been several months here, 3 months I think since we last played this. I want to get into the campaign for campaign training, just so I can have an idea what the game tells me what it's supposed to be. I have been watching Wolfpack. And I'm trying to think somebody else that I've been watching their channels. Taff in Exile, that's who. In regards to their campaigns they've been playing. Wolfpack actually has a current campaign that he's doing in the Indian Ocean. He's playing as the allies there. I'm just kind of watching them enough that I'm like, yeah, I kind of need to get into this here and see what's what. So we're going to get into the campaign. I want to start a series on this, get a little more further into this. There's only let me hit back here. In the game itself, there's only a couple of campaigns available. So yeah, we only have Operation Watchtower and Battle of Guadalcanal. Those are only two that are available. I thought there was more. No, it's not there. Maybe they took it away. Settings, okay. Oh, they must have taken it away then. I thought that there was... Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought there were different theaters that you could go into. I mean, this is among the latest version. Well, this is the latest version, actually. Maybe I'm thinking about single battle. Because yeah, you got the Indian Ocean where you got Ceylon that you could do, Mediterranean. There's the Pacific, of course, with all the 40 different battles you can take. The Atlantic and Indian, Mediterranean. So there are most everything's taking place in the Pacific, but there is one Indian battle. That's what I'm thinking of then, is all the different areas. There are mods that will add modifications to the game that will add different campaigns. For example, like I said, I'm watching the one Indian Ocean campaign that Wolfpack is doing on his channel, YouTube channel. If you do search for Wolfpack, it's 765 or 745, something like that. You can find his channel, and he does a whole bunch of different war games. War on the Sea is what he's currently doing. But there's that one. There's a Tokyo Express mod that does the Guadalcanal but makes it a little bit more difficult. Adds a whole bunch of historic vehicles, planes, ships to it. There's a Pacific War one that takes the whole entire map of the Pacific Theater and brings it in. I think there's a Mediterranean mod as well. And I'm trying to think. I believe there's still yet another. I think there is yet another. What's the other modification there? Is it East Indies? Okay, East Indies, Indian Ocean, Tokyo Express, and Pacific Campaign. Modifications available for the War on the Sea. East Indian, Tokyo Express. Let's see what else there is. There's an Operation Magazine. Interesting. A bunch of others, but anyway, let's get on with this one here. So we're going to get to the training. Yeah, I mean, I kind of know what to do already, but I might as well just go through the training and see if there's anything specific that we need to do here. So, introduction. We're going to learn about strategic map, different locations, recruiting ships, launching aircraft. I've been watching the campaign videos that Taff and Exile and Wolfpack been doing enough that I kind of have a good idea of what needs to be done or what can be done. But I might as well, go through what the game says it can be done and stuff like that. Alrighty, so this is a strategic map. You see there's a whole bunch of places. Blue is Allied, red is Japan. I think the Allies, or the U.S. in this case, get their supply and air through New Hebrides. I'm not sure where the Japanese get theirs. Maybe Rabaul as like the major one, but anyway, let's read through here. So played on strategic map, redeploy various sea and air units to achieve your goals. So we got the controls down here. This is the toolbar, same old type stuff here, which looks like this adds a little bit of different campaign map type stuff. Map filters, so you can center the map on whatever you have selected, I presume. Show friendly sea, show friendly air. Then I guess if you click it off, that will, probably shouldn't theorize until we actually read about it. I'm betting if we click, it'll highlight that particular thing here. Time panel, cool. How many command points you got? You have to spend command points to build ships, request ships, I should say. See, the light meter shows 24-hour light condition with current lighting at center. Useful to determine if twilight is approaching. Oh, that's good. Okay. That's a 2-bar. Time slower, pause, forward, max. So like 2 different time speeds. But that's okay. And I want to say these are all the different ships that you can select and go through here. I'm not sure. Bear with me 1 second. Alright, sorry, I had to answer a text that was coming in there. Alright, use the F5 for button and toolbar to open the campaign summary. Not sure which one would be F or the button and toolbar to open the campaign summary. Must be one of these things here. You may save or quit a campaign, as well as detailed view information about the current situation. Frames provided in 6 tabs. Click each to explore its contents. Can I hit F5 now? No, I can't. Objectives, location C, repair, losses. So what I've seen is basically what they're talking about is when you hit F5, a new window pops up, and that gives you the campaign summary for the particular campaign that you're in. Currently, like I said, the paid game, you only get the basically it's just Guadalcanal with one side or the other. But there are modifications that do give you other additional campaigns to play as well. So imagine that each one will be a little bit different, showing what objectives, what you need to control in order to win the campaign. Shows all the map locations along with port and airfield levels. I know the airfield level determines what type of planes you can get. The higher the level, the larger type of planes you're able to get, like airfield level 4 or 5, whatever top end is. You can get one of the bomber types. I'm not sure. It depends upon the campaign, but one of the B series type bombers, or if you're in India, there's some British bombers and stuff like that. Anyway. Bars show friendly enemy troops at location. Gray bars indicate 0 troops at a neutral location. C, roster of all ships currently under your command. Repair list friendly ships currently going repair. Number of days required complete repairs. So when you get into a battle, bear with me here. When you get into a battle, what can end up happening, of course, is a ship gets sunk. But what might happen, of course, is a ship gets badly damaged, and you retreat out, you pull away. What you can do is you can send that damaged ship to a friendly port, which I think is Port Hermides there, and you can tell it just to go in and repair. That way, it'll take some time, so many days or weeks or months even, depending upon the how badly damaged it is. You'll get back half of those points for that ship that you paid into it, that you could then use to buy another ship instead. So say you spend 50 points for a ship, it gets badly damaged, you send it back to get repaired, you can get 25 points to then spend on something else. Now when the ship gets repaired, it doesn't come, I don't believe it comes back for free. I think you still need to buy it, but at least it enters your list. Each campaign you have a list of the ships that would be available or could potentially be available for that campaign, depending upon what type of class naval vessel it is. So like I don't know specifics, but let's just say a particular class of a light cruiser may only have 3 different name ships available to it. And let's say you claim all 3, bring them into battle, and they all get damaged. You send them to get repaired. You'll get half the points that you put towards them to begin with back again. And when they get finished repair, they go back into the list. So you can buy them again at full price. So you kind of, I guess you could look at it as at least you get some value, some worth out of a ship while you're using it. You spend 50 points for a ship, you get some usage out of it. If it goes into a battle and gets badly damaged and you send it back and get 25 points out of it, you can then take that 25 points and put towards another ship. So yeah, you kind of have to, obviously you don't want enemy ships to get hit with anything, missiles, guns, or torpedoes or anything like that. Inevitably that happens, and ships get damaged, so you do need to send it back to get repaired. Lists all friendly ships lost during the conflict, as well as friendly aircraft losses. Enemy losses are all shown as well too. That kind of gives you a good idea of how well you're doing and stuff like that. Answering tasks, sorry. Alright, left click the buttons at lower left, familiar cells with a map icon. So obviously, hold on, maybe that's why. There we go. That's what the deal is. So can we zip through this here? Kind of, sort of. So yeah, here's the objectives. In order for us to win, we're playing as Japan, it looks like. Build a rank 5 airfield in Guadalcanal, take control of Guadalcanal and the Florida Islands, maintain control of Port Moresby, Milne Bay, Rennell Island, Santa Cruz Islands, and Maleta. So this is what's what and where. Rabal's a level 5 port and airfield. Yeah, New Hebrides is the main allied. They start with 10,000 troops, 20,000 supplies, 1,000 engineering, 1,000 fuel. We start, and nobody. Guadalcanal starts somewhat control, but no units on there. I'm not sure on that. C, rest and repair, nothing's in there. No losses yet on either side. Left click the buttons at the bottom. Click the buttons at the lower left. Familiarize yourself with the map icons and campaign setup. Alright, so map key is the legend of all icons and the colors displayed on the map. Ooh, so yeah, scattered clouds, it'll be a cloudy, broken clouds, overcast. The further down, of course, you go here. Number shows sea state wind speed. Further down you go here, of course, the worse it is to. You can't see. The closer you have to get in order to be able to visibly detect the enemy. That's what I'm trying to say. Sea and air, all the different types of counters are available here. Basically, you'll see a counter that'll pop up on the map, like this, for example, and that'll tell you what the biggest, largest ship is in that fleet. And then when you hover over it, it'll tell you the breakdown of like what all's there, like so many destroyers, so many cruisers, blah blah blah. The thing is, of course, these are all estimations. They're pretty much going to be accurate, but there have been cases where I've seen where you'll fly in or ships will sail in and discover that there's actually fewer cruisers and more destroyers, or vice versa, or something like that. That's just your planes determining, what's what kind of type deal, and sometimes that can be wrong. So here's all the different planes. Speaking of, okay, icon colors, rules. Oh, so I guess actually we're here. Oh yeah, okay. Easy to everybody. So yeah, we're playing as the Allies. So that's when you look at the rules. Okay. So when you look here as the Allies, as the U.S., you need to build a rank 5 airfield in Guadalcanal and after taking control of it, and then we need to maintain control of all these places and take control of the Florida Islands. Okay. I gotcha. Rules for it tells you what friendly countries. What in other words, this will be what determines the sort of aircraft and ships you get available to you. And if you're playing the opposite, of course, playing Japan against that, that's who you'd be going against. Friendly home port, command points starting 250. Doesn't say. I guess you don't get any command points per week, I think. But maybe this is in place for just in case that happens, something like that happens. I don't know. Or maybe this is for the AI. Release ship refund. Now, I said when you release / repair, you only got 50%, and maybe that was what Wolfpack was doing. He had made, or maybe that was the mod. He used the Tokyo Express, or the one video I'm watching of him is the Tokyo Express mod. May also be the Indian Ocean mod. Might do it at 50% there. Sunk enemy yield is 4 to 110. I don't know what that means. That's not a percentage. That sounds to me like how many command points you get, period, but it can't be right. I know I've seen plenty of times where sunk like a submarine or a troop transport ship and only gotten 1 command point for it. Release and repair time, all ships base days, 5 days per destroyed region. So maybe it's 5 plus 1 for each destroyed region. I know I've seen him playing where it's like 3, 4, 5 weeks for a ship to be able to come back. Air operations cannot perform between 6 p.m. and 5 a.m., 1800 to 500, which makes sense. You can still launch planes up to that time. But if you do, I don't know if that means if after 6 you can do air operations. I want to say yes, because I could have sworn that I'd seen in one of Wolfpack's videos, or maybe Taft's, that there was he had launched, he was able to get a flight launched out just before, and it was like 7 p.m. 1900, after 1900 hours, and it was like starting your twilight, starting to get kind of dark out. He still was able to do the bombing run. So it just probably means you can't actually launch, but at the very least, if they're launched, they can still do. Home ports received per week. So this is what you would get as United States. Each week, 2,000 extra troops, 3,000 extra supplies, 100 engineering and fuel. The upgrade cost to upgrade a port or airfield to put in a port or airfield, I guess, is this much, and then to upgrade it, it's at least 1,000 supplies more. again beyond what you had to pay the last time. So yeah, obviously, for level 1 it cost you 1,000. For level 2 it cost you 2,000. For level 3 you got to pay 3,000 supplies. So all total, to get up to level 5, you're talking 15,000 supplies to build it up. Port bonuses, the higher level, the greater detection range. That basically means inherent systems like radar, or scout planes. I mean, you have scout planes anyway, but I'm talking more like short range scout type planes that are continuously flying. You support vessels, ships that may not be actually here in the map, but like torpedo boats, mortar torpedo boats, anything of that kind of nature. Islands, far-flung islands that have a radio operator on them to report back, any ship sightings, things that kind of nature. So in order to release a ship, you do have to send it to a level 5 port to get half. That's why the U.S. sends it back to the everybody's there. To rearm a ship, very important, you need a level 3 naval port. Ammo is tracked per vessel, not per. You just have to worry about for ships. On planes, you don't have to worry about ammo. But yeah, from what I saw is one major naval engagement, and all your ships can be like, their ammo could be halved, drained by half or so. Or if you get some unlucky hits. On your rear turrets, and you fire everything on your front turrets, you may have a ship that has no way to defend itself. Airfield bonuses. So yeah, see the detection range there. Depending upon the level, these are the type planes that you can get available. Wildcats, basically fighters. Avengers being like dive bombers. B-17 being level bombers. I know we have torpedo bombers available, and the mods add more plane types too. So yeah, probably this page gets a little more filled out when you do play. Use continue button to continue the campaign summary. Okay. So no events shown for this tutorial. Major events occurring to a campaign appears a large central panel. Time is paused during the event. The events include the prelude leading up to the campaign and the campaign outcome. So I don't think I've seen any events per se, but I mean, that might be like off the screen type events maybe, or something else. I'm not sure. Strategic map. Use the map cursor to zoom in and out. So as you can see, we can zoom pretty close in here, or about as close as we can possibly get. Guadalcanal. There's obvious Japanese presence, but we're playing as Americans. We don't know how much they got there. But we can zoom way out. We do have to capture Renal Island. I think that's one of the conditions that they're talking about. Yeah, maintain control of Renal Island, so you might as well just take it. Milne Bay, Santa Cruz Islands. Yep. Maleta. Milne Bay. Milne Bay and Port Moresby. Okay, so you do have to capture Renel and Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, Renel, and Maleta. You do have to capture. It says maintain control, but you don't have control to start with. And then you do have to get Guadalcanal as well. Use the map filters to show or hide various details. So we can say center map, show friendly. I don't see any friendlies or friendly here. Show hide locations. That can make things a bit easier when you're trying to click around the map. No enemy contacts. Here's the weather. Yeah, so higher the number. Oh, these are that's the sea wind state, if I remember right. Actually, that's in here. right. Where did we see that? There was map key. That's right. Number shows sea state, wind speed. I think the higher the number, the worse that it is. But yeah, we've got some storms apparently. I don't know how accurate. I mean, it's interesting it does this in a per grid type way, but I don't know how accurate the weather system is. If I sit here and let time pass for several days, weather tends to move from west to east in the world because, well, Earth rotation and way winds work. Your weather's going to move from the west out to the east. So following that would seem to me that Guadalcanal, for example, we'll see a lessening of the winds over time here, supposedly, because they'll drop from a 7 to a 6 to a 5, but then, kind of get a little bit worse. But not that these numbers are static and that's what they're going to be. They should also dynamically change a little bit too. Like, as a storm front moves through, it just blows out and just everything just kind of dies out type deal. So I don't know how that works exactly, but cool feature nonetheless. And that shows the labels, which we're going to take that off too. Okay. Left click a map icon will select information about it. Use 4 to ensure the map is zoomed out, then left click on your home port at New Hebrides to open it. Note that if your home port is different to other, it's larger in size and scale. It's level 4 all around. I thought it was level 3. Oh, that's Rabal. Rabal's level 5. Oh, so level 4. There was something I saw. It had to be. There we go. You need a level 5 to be able to release a ship. So I would have to say, if you're playing as America, one of the first things we'd have to do is, boom, do that. Upgrade that to a level 5. So that took a lot of supplies, engineering, and fuel, but that way now we can release ships that get damaged. Didn't need to do that necessarily, but this is just the training. Okay. Kind of get that now. And you can see we can't, port already at maximum rank, can't do that. We can get that up another level, but not going to worry about it. Locations are key strategic points on the map where ports and air bases exist or can be built. The left click, yes, okay. Friendly home ports where friendly ships may be recruited. New resources arrive throughout a campaign. Friendly aircraft may launch from any friendly airfield or ships with aircraft facilities. Oh, so yes, it wants us to upgrade both. Cool, so we do. Left click, we upgraded both. Higher rank facilities better detect nearby enemy forces and more difficult for them to take over. Sure. Though, Milne Bay, we can only get air here. Port Moresby, it's level 4, level 3, we can only get air here. So all of our ships are coming from New Hebrides. So for the US player, that is. I want to say the Tokyo Express mod also throws in a port over here, airbase over here. I thought it did something else, but I think it maybe added a Japanese base over here. I don't quite remember. For my first campaign, I'm just going to do the standard campaign, just kind of play with that and see how it is. And then, kind of get the hang of everything. And then I could see myself getting into the Tokyo Express mod, which is basically this campaign, but just a lot more involved in it. It's supposed to be a little more difficult as well. You can, do that, play that through until I can complete it, and I could see doing something like the Indian Ocean campaign, so I could have experience with other Allied vessels, the British and Australian, New Zealand, Dutch, and then like I said, there's a Pacific War campaign that's literally the whole entire Pacific theater, including China, some parts of China there. I'm trying to think how far down if it goes. I think it goes down to Australia. It basically takes in everything that happens here. I don't know if it goes out to India or not. Burma in that area. All right, left click, new C button below the part icon. So here, new C. New panel opens. We may build a new C group along with the unit viewer to examine. Okay. Use to select the Yorktown class, so we can do. Well, that's only subs. Filter by type. We can go to CV. Select the Yorktown class carrier, which I think this is the. Oh, we can select Shikaku. Yeah, it's filtered by nation only. There we go. So that's the only. So the Enterprise and the Hornet are the only ones available in the Yorktown class. Oh, that's it. Okay. What is... Oh, Oilers. Okay. So AO is Oilers. MS Merchant Ship. Basically type C3. Imagine the Oilers probably just a singular Cimarron. But there isn't any maximum amount. Here, there's 3 available. We have the Yorktown, which I don't know what the U stands for. So we want to add the Enterprise. Oh, the Yorktown's listed as Yorktown. This ship was lost in the battle midway. Is not available for this campaign. Well, that makes sense. So there were 3 Yorktown class. I'm assuming we're now picking the Enterprise. And we want to say add unit to the C group. Boom. So when selecting individual ship names, some may not be available based on the prefix in front of their name. C is command. The ship's already under command. U, unavailable. It's not available in the campaign. It's already sunk or not in service at the time. S is sunk. It's been sunk throughout during the course of the campaign. And R8, repair. It's under repair and be available to recruit in the number of days indicated in this example, 8. Interesting. Cool. I like how that... Name escorts, let's add an Atlanta class cruiser and a Tambor class submarine. Okay. So we're gonna go Atlanta class cruiser. Is that a heavy? Nope, it's gotta be a light then. Don't know my ship names quite that well, obviously. No, select an Atlanta class cruiser. It would help if I chose the class, not the name of the ship. This is the name, this is the class. So it's not a heavy cruiser, no, because there's that many different class cruisers available. And we can go through each one. You can see they each have their own differences and stuff like that. Some of them, even though they might be the same type of ship, like here, the Wichita class actually cost more. Probably because it's a little bit faster, may have more guns, has more crew. Baltimore class. This isn't available until April 15th, 1943. No idea how much it cost. But anyway, so let's go to light cruiser. Atlanta. This cost 18. Which was the Brooklyn? 14, so a bit cheaper. Cleveland, 20. Add units to add it to the C group, and we get there's 8 different types. 8 different types of the Atlanta class. 9 different of the Brooklyn, 27 of the Cleveland. So that's 44 total light cruisers we could potentially bring to bear if we had the points. But let's go ahead and say boom. We can see the current cost. We only have 250 command points to spend so far with these 2 ships only. It's costing 108. I select a Tambor submarine from the viewer. Okay, so now we switch to sub Tambor or Gato. Gato better. I remember there was a submarine simulation game called Gato or something like that. Loved playing it. It was pretty cool. Okay, Tambor class. I think Tambor was not a good idea. The submarine is slow and decreases the speed of the task force. Well, yeah, the maximum speed is 20 knots on when it's surfaced, and we can see loadout. Not sure what the 0, 6800, or 4400 are, but that's the basic loadout. It's probably per type, like that might be like AP, HE, something else. But 24 Wildcats, 24 Dauntlesses, 24 Adventures. The Atlanta, 8 torpedoes, 60 depth charges, 6720. I don't know what the 0, 6720, and 480 are, and if that's got to be like AP, HE, star shells maybe. 6720 might be star shells. I don't know, but I would also think that that's the total amount of ammunition available. Maybe not though. Don't know. 24 torpedoes for the Tambor. Anyway, remove Tambor by left-clicking the Tambor icon within the group, and then left-click remove. All right, change formation. Left-click the formation icon to preview the current group formation. The Enterprise is ahead of Atlanta in line ahead formation. See, there's a whole slew of different formations you have available, and this kind of shows you. Yeah. Thought it would. Well, yeah, the numbers correspond to here. Let's see, left-click and Enterprise and land icons to select them, and left-click swap. Boom. Land is now in the lead. Left-click done to pay the command point cost and recruit the ships. It's automatically selected, and the group manager panel opens. All right. And the group manager. Oh, so this right here. All kinds of different stuff we can do here. Lower right of the C group panel contains controls for modifying the formation, spacing, and previewing it. The average speed limited by its slowest ship and group is also displayed here. So 22+ kilometers. Okay. Left click tactical to enter the 3D world where Atlanta Enterprise is sailing off the coast of New Hebrides as per the formation specified in the positions of the strategic map, and combat to return to the strategic map. Okay, so start. Ah, beautiful ship. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Didn't hit my mute fast enough. Apologies. But yeah, beautiful ship. I forget what is it? Not tab. Tab brings this map up here, which gives us the ability to do that. There's a way to get underwater. Is it space? No, space would be this. I forget what it was. I like the gentle rolling it does. By comparison, I think the Atlanta rolls a bit more. The detail on these ships is very impressive. You can see I'm assuming these are the depth charge? No, there's the depth charges here. Oh, here's the torpedo launchers. These have also got to be the depth charge launchers as well. Rolls off the end here, and shoots the hedgehogs off that way. Anti-air, bristling with anti-air all over the place. Larger caliber guns, smaller caliber. Excuse me. 3 forward-facing guns, and looks like 4 rear-mounted guns. 5 rear-mounted guns. Wow, that's a lot. All right, let's leave. Confirm. Yep, cool. So left-click course to enter navigation mode. Ah, I see. Then left-click one of positions map to navigate waypoints. Left-click course again, or escape to exit navigation mode. Time is currently paused. Let me accelerate the task force to follow the waypoint specified. So we can go like, yeah, let's come up here and zip over here and zip over here, like so. And we hit escape. There we go. Bottom left 2 buttons to execute orders for each drop down. The upper commands are for managing group setup. Swap positions, which we just did, of course. Split group, so you can split them off and create your own groups. Merge groups if you have 2 groups together in the same, within 15 nautical miles. Release repair. Remove highlighted ships from command if within 15 nautical miles of home port or port of sufficient rank. None, some, or all command points may be refunded depending upon the campaign rules. I discussed that earlier. Ships may destroy compartments and repair lists for time based on the campaign rules. Alright. Lower commands perform specific actions for one or more selected ships. So you can manage cargo. Open the cargo panel, described in the next tutorial. Alright. Launch aircraft, which, that's for the Enterprise, has planes, but so do some of the other ships. They'll have scout planes. Shore bombardment, shell location, unload all cargo. So the opposite, instead of loading cargo, you can unload it. Instead of manage cargo, basically. Rearm ships. I don't know if that's instantaneous or it takes some time, but aircraft carriers incur a cooldown for launching planes based on number and cannot launch again until it's expired. Carriers on cooldown between launches are considered vulnerable from performing higher operations. Yeah, and I'm assuming that takes into account the amount of time it takes for your deck crew to start getting ships ready below deck or on the deck if that's where they are. Get avgas ready, move ordnance up, things of that kind of nature. Sweep clear the deck from you launching a flight of planes. Performing a shore bombardment requires a battleship, battlecruiser, or heavy cruiser, which we have none. They damage the airfields and ports, may decrease their rank, expends 1/3 of the remaining ammunition, may be performed up to 3 times. So basically you can go boom, 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 bombardment 3 times and you're out of ammunition now. I would say I think that's how it would work, but here, if you work the math out, it says expends 1/3 of remaining ammunition. So I have 100 rounds. I do shore bombardment. That eliminates 33 rounds. I now have 67 left. I do shore bombardment again. So that's 1/3 of remaining ammunition, which means it's going to eliminate 22 rounds. So now I'm down to 45. Do it again, so it's going to eliminate 1/3. That's 15. Now I'm down to 30 rounds. I'm assuming that's what it means, because it would be silly, I would think, that you'd be able to go, sail in the full load and go boom, 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 and now you don't have ammunition at all. I don't think any captain or admiral of the force of that force would allow that to happen. They'd be like, no, you need to keep some rounds. Mouse over ship icon within C group displays current ammunition, cargo, and any destroyed compartments. Okay, almost done with this tutorial. There's still another one to go through. Left click Enterprise to select it. Choose launch aircraft. And left click the execute button for that drop down. Boom. Now we go to a new menu of what we can actually launch. Panel opens are going to select the type and number of aircraft to launch as well as their payload. Left click on the Dauntless to select the type. Left click multiple times on the minus button to set number of aircraft to 8. Oh, and you can see the launch cooldown. Cool. So the maximum is 12, so if it would take over half an hour to be, So we selected 8. Use the drop down to set the payload to none. Then left click down to order 8 Dauntlesses take off. Watch the endurance with a 1,000-pound AP bomb and 200-pound HE bombs. That's its endurance. Switching to an HE bomb and the same, all HEs, same endurance. But if we only take a 500-pound HE bomb, now we have a 505 nautical mile endurance. If we say does not take anything, launch cooldown is now 0, meaning you can just, these are all it might be all the planes that are on the deck, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe it's just taking into account it doesn't take that much time to get 8 Dauntlesses, with just ammunition for the guns, that's it, to be fueled and ready to go. So left click done. Upon launch, the 8 Dauntless taken off from Enterprise to plot a course. Left click course. Enter navigation mode. The left click various points for waypoints. So they had like 500 something nautical mile of range. 509. So I mean, you could just go all the way up to here, but they're not going to go that far. So you want to go no further than here, I guess. That has 594 endurance, nautical mile endurance. Left click course scanner, escape to exit navigation mode. So I have to wonder, is that straight out 594 and then 594 back? Or is that total range is just under 600? In other words, you can only go 300 nautical miles to begin with, and then, or the total amount is, less. Well, let's do this for right now. Let's just say go out there. We'll define that. I do know that you can plot a range and say fly out to here. And they'll only fly as far as they've got endurance to do, and then they'll go back automatically. I have seen that from the videos I've watched. So I don't think, unless that's a mod only type thing, I don't think you can mess up and have planes flying out to the nether reaches and lose them. Black horse, left click or escape navigation. Air operations are now available, it says. Cool. Let's pause this here. Boom. Oh. So, you can speed it up. What's maximum time? 3,600? There we go. Okay. You can RTB. Basically, what you do is if you have if you set planes to go and strike somewheres that's well within their range, what you can do is you can simply, once they're done with their striking, just hit RTB and tell them return to base. That way, they're not just flying around in circles, kind of type deal. Unless you want them to. Sometimes you may want planes to kind of fly around an area just to keep, an eye on whatever enemy fleet got spotted. Launching from airfield, essentially the same. Select a friendly airfield, so Mill Bay. Go. Okay. I have to let time advance here. Air operations now available. So we got new air. They only have Wildcats available. Nothing. they're just fighters. There's nothing that we can really do. Escort patrol above. You're way out here, so you're not gonna be able to make it to Task Force 1. But that's interesting. I didn't know that we could do that. So you select the airfield type, aircraft type, number, payload, and then left click down to fire off the flight. But this it doesn't say anything about. Plot a course, but here we can say Task Force 1. Boom. Okay. That makes things easier when and then let's do this, for example, and go new air, Wildcat, done, Task Force 1, and done. You can see the planes taking off there. So they'll be heading out that way. We can do this. Yeah, they can't go that far. So basically, this is like a patrol. They're just they're going out to the extreme limits as far as they can go, I guess. I don't know why they were yo-yoing back like that. That's kind of weird. I'll have to play with it a bit to kind of figure that out, but I'm kind of getting the gist of some of this stuff here. Okay. Aircraft can be automated, continuously repeated search patterns. So that's kind of what I was doing there. Oh, that's what that is. So if we say this, done, place at least one course position. Okay. So we can do that, and it's gonna keep doing that if we want to do that. Okay. Ships repeat indefinitely while aircraft return to the home base at nightfall. The interesting thing is too, you don't have to worry. Well, you do have to worry about fuel, obviously, because you have a range with your planes. You don't have a range with your ships, so your ships can steam continuously. That level of the microeconomics, if you want to call it that, isn't followed here in this game. There are some games that I've got. There is a game, I should say, that I've got, and some that I've seen where, yeah, that is something you have to worry about, and thus you have to build oilers, fuel, ships that carrying fuel for other ships, but not a deal here. Ruler, use backslash, drag to measure. Use backslash. Oh, okay. So if okay, I see how. So we can go like, how far is it to Guadalcanal? 576 nautical miles. Okay. Cool. Use P to place a timestamp marker on the map. That's there. We can call it something like suspected Jap carrier. Do like so. Left click on it. So yeah, we can say remove just to remove it. All right, cool. Back to main menu. Yes. All right, so that's kind of the basics of the campaign map. A lot of it I've already watched with my own eyes. The ruler thing, I have been seeing Wolfpack do it in his game. In what he's playing, and didn't know what it was that he was doing, but just now that I know, cool. That ruler will definitely come in handy because he used it to basically kind of figure out what the range is, so he know how far away something was, to plan multiple flights, different flights of planes coming in on an enemy fleet. He was better able to figure out, okay, when should I launch planes from this base, versus the other base. When's a good time to launch them, by figuring out the range from the base to the suspected enemy fleet. Once he knew they got to a certain radius, a certain distance away, he would look to make sure where his first flight of planes that he launched, how far away they were from the enemy fleet, and based upon how far that was, he kind of an idea of like when to launch from the second base and third base even. So I can see where that definitely comes in handy to be able to figure out how you can time it so you can launch planes. Let's campaign cargo and bases. Let's see what this is about. Kind of think I have an idea what this is about too, but we'll see. It's only 8 pages, so not a big deal. A small Japanese landing force taken over Rennell Island and built a rank 2 airfield there. Strategy to take back Rennell Island will be bombard the location with Task Force 1 and attempt to knock out the airfield. And at night to avoid aircraft. So it is 0214. It is dusk indeed. Getting to be daylight though. Send in troop convoy, which I'm assuming that's what that is there, or this is, okay. Once enemy troops are subdued, send in construction convoy to rebuild the airfield. So bombard, select Task Force 1 by left clicking it. And we could have also picked it, I mean, that's cool that I can click there and it gives you the option of which you want to select, which is that one. But you can also click off show locations, so you can better see your units there. So select this from a left click, or use the F7 button and toolbar to cycle through. Select shore bombardment from here, and then left click corresponding execution attack. Boom, they bombarded. Just curious. So they're down to a level. So they built a rank 2 airfield. So that's still a rank 2 airfield there. Okay. It's now a rank 1 airfield. Yeah, I kind of wanted to watch that in action to see. Down to rank 0. Okay. Remember, bombard action expends 1/3 of the ammunition, requires heavy cruisers or larger. So it does eat up. So it is a 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 equals all of your ammunition. It's not a 1/3, and then less ammunition the next time, and then less ammunition again the next time, because they don't have any 8-inch shells. I should have been, or 16-inch for the North Carolina. I should have hovered over these to look and see what they start with ammunition wise. Okay, we're complete. Left click course and plot a course for Task Force 1 back to New Hebrides. We can just do like this, boom, and then straight in, boom, to withdraw from the area. Okay. Convoy named troop is already at port in New Hebrides. The convoy construction is ready to the east to be used later in Centauro. So let's select the troop ship. They all have shells, but I mean that's got to be 5-inch shells. That's got to be like anti-air. Well, anti-air for the dual mount type system, and also shorter range, less impact kind of anti-ship type stuff. So on the group manager panel, select manage cargo. And then we want to do that. So the first one, cargo shells location on the left along with available resources there. We had troops and supplies, no fuel, no engineering available. Load troops onto the Type C3 ship by left-click of the arrow button in the troop row, then use arrow buttons at top to cycle to the next one. Repeat. So that 2 in total are loaded with troops. Okay, then load supplies in the other 2 Type C3 ships. Boom. And boom. All right, so that's what we have done indeed. We got 2 ships with troops, 2 ships with, and it says right here too, cargo. Okay. I love how it updates there. Left click on course and plot. Plot for your troops to get to Renell Island. So use max time. I guess it'll pause. Those might be the events it's kind of talking about. That those are events that it's not like an event like, oh, on this date and time the Japanese invaded so and so, or whatever. It's this time of day, therefore this is happening now. Or for example, if I launch planes out, which we can kind of do that here. Let's go. Oh, well, all right. We'll wait till 500. Pay attention to the time here, Tom. Now, something I know. This campaign took over the period of 6 months or so, something like that. Maybe 4 months. I think it was from August to November. Their operation's not available. Could be wrong on that, but basically, yeah. Playing this campaign, for example, will take you at least a couple of months of in-game time. So we want to. I just want to B-17, just one. Doesn't need anything. And done. And course. I want to. Basically do that. Basically, the bomber group is just flying over the island just to kind of have a good idea of what's going on, and then they've expended their range and heading on back. They're ready to launch again, so yeah, we're gonna do the same thing again here. Let's launch the B-17 one more time. No. Don't need anything on them. They're going dry. So we're going to come out to here like so. Okay. So the troop ship should be close enough now. Manage. Didn't know it's spot troop. So we have to go to. Is it manage cargo? Wait, it might be simply unload all cargo. Yep, that's what it's done. They're all at 0. So, of course. Friendly troops, so you can see, boom, we've got 2,500 troops for that supplies. Your troops need supply. I do know that. You don't need engineering and fuel in the middle of a battle. You just need supplies. A good rule of thumb that I'm kind of seeing based upon all the campaigns I've been watching is that you need a 2-to-1 ratio of supplies to troops. 1,000 troops, you need 2,000 supply. But you need to make sure you're ready and able to resupply as often as possible, because the enemy will come out and try to do stuff and land more troops, land more supplies. The supplies alone isn't sufficient, but you can't send troops by themselves. Troops without supplies become basically what happened to the Japanese on Guadalcanal historically when they didn't have enough supplies. They start starving to death. I don't know what, if you don't send any supplies, I don't know what happens in that case. If, like, yes, troops just simply starve to death or what, but I'm assuming that the battle tends to go against you if you don't have enough supplies for your troops, or any supplies for your troops, really. So it kind of looks like it's, I mean, yeah, I dropped off all those guys there, and that's where it's at. Black Horse back to Hebrides. The ground for location has begun. Let's see the next page here. To open the location battle, note the friendly troop supplies are here now. The conflict bar at the lower left displays the balance between friendly and enemy troops. We're blue, they're red. Thankfully, the number of enemy troops here is not as high as expected, and they should be overpowered within a day. Keeping in mind, ground war progresses, troop numbers decrease daily due to casualties or capture. Supplies are also consumed daily and are crucial for troops to fight effectively. To represent rations, ammunition, heavy weapons, and medical supplies available in the field. When fighting, it's best to maintain at least one supply per troop at a particular location. That's what it says, but like I said, what I've kind of just seen is that you probably want a 2-to-1. It's better to have 2-to-1. 2, when you're all, it's not like you're going to throw a whole bunch of supplies and then it goes to waste. You can always shift supplies from one place to the next place. Also, in this case here, we probably want to build Renau Island up, which will require supplies to do so, also engineering and fuel. But that's probably what that construction ship is for. Left click, pause space once Renau Island has been taken over by friendly forces. May not be built or upgraded by whoever controls location, including during a ground war. With Renau Island back in friendly hands, it is time to rebuild the airfield. I can understand why the game does this, of course, just to make things kind of fair and not too taxing on the game engine. But again, historically, during the battle for Guadalcanal, even while they were getting shelled by Japanese destroyers at night and the limited amount of Japanese artillery that was available to them, the Americans still built up the airfields there. Same with like Iwo Jima, for example, other places that were invaded, but air operations now available. Cool. So far, we're not seeing that change at all. 2,500 troops, 4,000 supplies. Maybe gotta wait for a full day to pass. There we go. So, enemy troops defeated Renau Island. So yes, it is a full day that needs to pass. We lost one guy and 125 supplies were being up. Alright. Construction convoy is waiting and already loaded with engineering and fuel support, resources. Construction by left click on the convoy icon. Plot a course. Renau Island. Boom. And we're going to send another B-17 out, of course. We'll do that. That's not what they're going to end up doing, but that's okay. See page 3 as a tutorial for a step-by-step guide if needed. Nah, we're good to go. Once construction is loaded our cargo at Renau Island, then that's when we get to upgrade its port and whatnot, but yeah, we got a ways to go. So yeah, the bomber's just basically flying around just to make sure. The ship definitely. We can, must be within 6 nautical miles. Oh, we don't want to unload, we want to rearm ships. All ships rearmed. So here, they got their 8-inch shells back. So yeah, they expended all of their 8-inch shells and 16-inch shells for North Carolina in bombarding that that location. North Carolina is a battleship, so And you can see Kingfisher. Those are the scout ships. These are light cruisers. They don't have scout ships, but Chicago's got 4, North Carolina 3, Northampton 4. That is a lot of shells that they've got available. All right, so that's that. We're waiting for you to catch up. And also, too, you can see that's changed to blue. Ideally, too, nighttime is when you want to be landing your construction, quote-unquote construction ships or troop ships. Here it is daytime, dangerous time. Now the enemy would be, sending scout planes south just to see what's here, and then when we're discovered, you can bet your last dollar that they'd be scrambling planes. Let's not rearm. We want to unload our cargo, and we want to make sure everything's unloaded. It is. Okay. All right, so now we go to Rennell Island. Spend the resources listed on the port airfield icon to upgrade the facility. Enough supplies and fuels delivered to upgrade both the port and airfield here to rank 1. There we go. Cool. Upgrading provides additional ship management options, which means one of the things that it provides is a little bit closer now to, instead of 8 nautical miles, it's now 13 nautical miles. Also, higher rank facilities better detect enemy forces, blah blah. Okay. When groups of opposing sides detect each other or are very close, an encounter occurs. Example at right shows a friendly wildcat group detecting a Japanese convoy. Time is paused and campaign cannot continue until an encounter is resolved. Begin, enter 3D world, play out the battle. Ignore air units, may ignore sea units, and simply report their position and leave. Save campaign prior to starting the engagement. Go to the friendly group involved and zoom map to position of engagement. After battle, contact is lost. After a battle, contact is lost for a grace period of 60 minutes. The enemy may leave the area or remain and continue searching for your forces to re-engage. While ammunition expended as well as destroyed regions of sea units persist until rearmed or repaired. Sunk or scuttled sea units are permanently lost by both sides. If not engaged in battle, hostile units remain visible on the map for several hours, fading over time. Important: using tactical button on a friendly sea or air group will place nearby enemy units detected or not into the world, allowing them to be attacked. And I have seen this used by Wolfpack, especially in he uses it very tactically, I would have to say. He's a Wolfpack really good guy. He's got a good head on his shoulders when it comes to military tactics and strategy. I've seen him go to the tactical map when he knows there's an enemy in the area, but maybe he hasn't spotted it yet. He'll immediately go into it. If he has like air units in the area, for example, he'll go in tactical and then just have his planes kind of zoom around trying to find it real quick. It's also very handy too when you might only have, like, say, one group of aircraft that's detected it, but you got a couple other groups that are nearby, close enough, they're within the area. You can immediately hit begin, go tactical group, and your planes are far out there, can still come in and engage in the battle. Weather is dynamically generated based on meteorological conditions, the region, trade winds, and season. So 9 is the weather overlay. Cloud icons, yeah, we know these are storms, basically, the real thick ones. These are stormy weather. Clear skies, somewhat, some clouds in the area. One of these two is cloudier. I don't know which one is more, but anyway. Bad weather reduces detection ships and detection reduces detection ships and aircraft. I think they mean detection ability of ships and aircraft. Strong winds increase the chance of fire spreading on board a ship. Okay, high seas increase the chance of flooding spreading within a ship. So if we were to have a battle, here in this area, that'd be kind of bad. Worse here in this area. Maybe not so much so here. Okay. Hit 9 again, that goes away. Final consideration, keep in mind, ships must be purchased with command points, limiting the number and type that we recruited and deployed. Friendly ships sunk are lost permanently and take their command points with them. Enemy ships sunk may earn you additional command points. Like I said, as little, I think you don't get any command points, I believe, for planes getting destroyed, because planes you don't buy. Planes regenerate. I haven't seen where. Yeah, land-based aircraft are automatically replaced over time if destroyed. Ship-based aircraft are permanently lost when destroyed and can be replaced by rest and repair. So, if you lose aircraft carrier planes, even if your aircraft carrier doesn't take any damage, you'd have to go back to a port that is capable of allowing you to rearm, or to rest and repair rather. Release that ship, that carrier, and I don't know how long it'll take for the planes to get repaired, but okay. But yeah, for enemy ships, the least I've ever seen is 1 point. That's like sinking a sub or sinking a cargo vessel, small little cargo vessel. I'm trying to think what the most is that I've ever seen. Either TAF in Exile or Wolfpack earn quite a bit. I mean, I think I've seen like 40 to 50 or more command points. It isn't 50% of the value or whatever. It's a very small, maybe 25%, maybe not even that much. And for subs, it's like 1 point, but subs you can buy for like 3, 4, or 5 points, a little bit more even. Anyway, ships must rearm to replenish ammunition. Damaged or destroyed ship regions compartments are permanent until ships are released from command for repairs. Releasing damaged ships from command adds them to the rest repair list, which that's what I was talking about earlier. If you have a ship that's badly damaged, just take it in, release it. You get the command point, a certain amount of command points back depending on the campaign, and then that ship goes into a repair list where it'll tell you how many days are left before it's finally finished, and when it is, you can then buy that ship back at full command point cost. So buy the Atlanta for 22, 24 points, whatever it was, sail out, boom, get damaged, send it back in, release it to get repaired, you get 12 points back. Time passes, you've got 24 points, enough to buy the Atlanta again. So you could keep doing that ad infinitum, and obviously spend more. It's certainly advantageous to be able to bring your ships back to get repaired than it is to say just let them sink. And something I just noticed, the circle radius is basically showing you what the detection radius is for that base. So Bougainville, we know, doesn't really have anything, but here, Buka, yeah, level 2 airbase, level 2 and 2 there as well. Florida Islands doesn't have anything. Rabaul, we know, that's level 5/5. Port Moresby, level 4 port and level 3 airbase, which might have something to do with why there's a small and a large circle, maybe. Yeah, same thing there. It's got a small circle and a large circle, so okay. Okay. Enemy ships and aircraft will seek out and attack your forces. Convoys need to be protected by escorts. So what we were doing here, yeah, super dangerous. And that's what I was saying. I mean, it's fine keeping it off, but you definitely want to. That's where the ruler would come in handy. You go like, okay, this is 305 nautical miles, 306 nautical miles. We go 30 nautical miles an hour. It's going to take us 10 hours to go there at top flank speed. With that information, you can then go. So when we want to arrive at night, so that way we're not getting attacked by their air units or being detected by their air units and thus attacked by the air units. So if it takes us this many hours, when can we start chugging up there to get there to offload the troops, or supplies or whatever? You can figure that out. Therefore, you can protect your convoy with nighttime in that particular case. But it does help to at least pair your convoys with an escort of some sort, like a destroyer or two. Just that way, if there's a enemy sub in the area, you have the ability to fend it off. Ships carrying cargo are vulnerable in combat, suffer increased time to distinguish fires and fire spreading chance. Troops 120, supplies 130, engineering 140, fuel 180. Carriers on cooldown after launching or landing air suffer 160. Wow. So yeah, that would kind of make sense. They've just launched or landed aircraft. If you can hit the carrier shortly thereafter. Fuel can only be transported by oilers. Destroyers, light cruisers, and submarines can carry small numbers of troops, allowing them to be used as fast transports. Always cargo ships. Land-based aircraft are automatically replaced over time. Ship-based, we saw enemy locations have scouts, which can detect your nearby forces based on the rank of port, airfield, and weather. So, yeah, we don't want to be sailing into Rabaul because we'll be detected almost right away. Each week, additional command points and resources are gained based on information under rules. All right, cool. That's it. Yes, go back to the main menu, and I want to start off the campaign. We're going to go with Operation Watchtower here. We're just controlling the Allies against the Japanese. I don't know if necessarily we'll finish the campaign fully. I just want to kind of have an idea. I can play through it myself, have an idea of what to expect and stuff. But I can see getting the Tokyo Express mod installed on the game and using that. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, how do I get any kind of mods or anything like that? If you bought War on the Sea via Steam, or you've got it on Steam, all you gotta do is just click on War on the Sea and go to Community Hub. I think it's Community Hub, or no, Discussions, my bad. Discussions. That'll bring you to all the different discussions that are available there. But maybe it is. On the War on the Sea discussion pages, there's a section called it's a subforum on the right-hand side called Modding and Custom Content. You can click on that, and they'll bring you to all the threads related to the modding. And like I said, they've got pinned an East Indies campaign version 3.1, Indian Ocean campaign version 1.1, the Tokyo Express TTE mod, Pacific campaign 2.21. There is a Project SC, but it's currently ended right now. I think maybe not. I might be reading that wrong. I know there's like a ship. It's supposed to give all the catalog of ships basically. Let's see here. There's an Operation Magazine, version 1.5.10a, Before Dawn. There was an Atlantic and Mediterranean, but they got removed because the modder just needs some time to kind of work on that a bit further. There's a Japanese Empire campaign, China and Burma version 1.0, expanded Arsenal 2.7, more ships, and reworked AI. There's a post, how to install mods. Yeah, someone's reaching out for help. Trying to see if there's any others here. Those are pretty much the major ones. I think that there's some others that you might be able to find elsewhere, but I would start with the Steam community, the modding custom content threads, and there's, like I said, several mods there: Pacific Campaign, Tokyo Express, Indian Ocean, East Indies. So you got 4 extra mods that you can run in. The Tokyo Express is basically this Guadalcanal campaign that you can do, but just more ships, a little bit tougher type deal. Better AI, I think, as well. And at least you have those that you can play. The Pacific War alone sounds like it'd be something that would take you days of continuous play. If you were to play it every single day for 8 to 10 hours a day, it would just take you weeks probably to go through. These are pretty long, even though it's short. Considered a short engagement. Like I said, Guadalcanal, 3-4 months or something like that, maybe a little bit longer. It still takes a long time to play through it. We can go to settings here right now. I'm just going to say balanced for right now. Enemy can use subs, aircraft carriers, refund command points, post rest and repair. New carrier aircraft require release. I guess we can undo that and be like, no, they'll get regenerated. But now we can make this a little more difficult. 5 different difficulty levels. We'll just leave it on balance for right now and be good with it. Say start and get into it. Alrighty, attack on Pearl Harbor. We can see the specifics on this here. You can read through all this here. And the Battle of the Coral Sea happened next, 4th through the 8th of May, 1942. So this is Battle of Coral Sea. The Japanese won a tactical victory but lost a strategic battle. Japanese lost a light carrier. U.S. lost the Lexington. Yorktown got damaged as well, which, as we find out, we get sunk at the Battle of Midway. So yeah, here, Battle of Midway, Yorktown got sunk, but the Japanese lost 4 fleet carriers. So at this point in the war, Americans have lost 2 fleet carriers, Japanese 4, plus a light carrier. Just losses they could not sustain. Operation Watchtower. Alrighty, so we can see the specifics here. Same thing that is said before there. We got to build a rank 5 airfield to win, which means we have to control Guadalcanal. We also have to take control of the Florida Islands. Can I move? No, I can't move this around. We have to maintain control of Port Moresby, Milne Bay. We have to take control of Rennell Island and Malaysia, and I think also take control of Santa Cruz Islands. I don't think we have those under our control yet. Yeah, Santa Cruz, Rennell, Malaysia, Milne Bay is ours, Port Moresby as well. So everything is the same as it was off of what we saw there. Nothing terribly different. So we got nothing going on in any of those cases. Map key cool rules. We can see the rules specifically. So we start with 200 command points. We're gonna get 25 per week. Per week we'll get 25, and then these might be in addition to, possibly, per port rank. We get none for friendly location. We get, I guess it's 3 points per port rank. We got 39 port ranks total, and none for airfield ranks. I'm assuming you can, with mods you can change a lot of this stuff here. But anyway, so we should be getting 64 command points per week. We get 100% back after rest and repair. Sunk enemy yields 1 to 6. I don't know what the 1 to 6 stands for. Maybe it's 1 point to 6 points. potentially. Yeah, I don't know. Release and repair time. Ships, all ships, base days is 2, 1 per destroyer region. Okay, that's normal. Troop. So our home port, New Hebrides, gets all this per week. Yeah, that's not per day, it's per week. Dun, 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 dun. Cool. Alright, cool. So let's say continue. Alright, so first things first. We have to build up a fleet. There's nothing we do here other than, get air units out. Same here. Don't need to do that. Let me get some water. Hold on. And I see why it does that. And I hit the Alt Control P to pause the video. It basically just registers the P and says, "Oh, we're going to place something." So, okay. First things first. We really need to go take Renal Island. And we need to get. So we can go in here, look, rules to build level 1s, 500 supplies, 50 engineering, 50 fuel. So we need that for Renal Island. I don't know if the Japanese are going to go right away to it or not. Who knows? But we need to go for it right away. So, you see, we're going to filter this to us only, and we need to get a oil. Cool. We'll just get. I think we'll get 2 of those. It'd help to know how much fuel that these things could carry. It'd be really nice if it could kind of show that. Oh, actually, statistics. That's that. Weapons. Okay, there's the main guns. 5-inch. 6 5-inch guns, range 17,000 yards, and dual purpose, so it can fire up in the air as well. Reload time 6 seconds. This is the anti-aircraft arcs. So there's 4 anti-aircraft guns. Sensors and armor. Wow, not much at all. No torpedo defense at all. Wow. It's super loud. Will be detected very easily, the 120%. Sadly, doesn't show me. Yeah, it doesn't show me like what it can carry. I wish it'd show that information, because I don't know if I need to have 1 of these or 2 of these just to carry some fuel to Renal Island. We'll do the 1 for now. If I need to, I can get a second one. We will need some merchant class ships. Let's get 3 of them, and let us get a destroyer to add along there. 60 depth charges, cool. That's for the Farragut, Porter, Malahan, Gridley, Bagley. These are all different classes of destroyers. So far, all of them have depth charges, and I think it's kind of a no-duh, right? But I just wanted to make sure. So 10 for Fletcher. What's some of the cheapest we can get? 6. Looks like 6 points is the cheapest, and then the cost goes up some. To the Fletcher class, which is 10. So let's just go with the Farragut. There's a whole bunch of those. Let's start with the Farragut. Let's get 1 of these, and guess we'll do line ahead. Let's have the Farragut just leading these. Say done. Okay. Manage cargo. So we want to load up with some fuel. Yes. If I look, it would tell me. Some engineering, some supplies, and some supplies. And the Farragut will bring some soldiers. 250 soldiers. That way we can have some sort of defense on Renell Island. Okay. So now we'll go on course. There we go. So we'll send them off there. We can call this Task Force 1, but I can also call that Supply Force 1. That would make more sense. All right. So now we need another new sea. I have 149 left, so we need something out here that can. So interesting. We got the Lexington. I can't afford. Well, I can't afford a Lexington class. That's Saratoga. Lexington is unavailable right now. Saratoga, yeah, that's 130. Yorktown's 120. It's the Enterprise and Hornet. Wasp class is 100. That's just for the Wasp. And Essex isn't available until the end of the year, which would be really all of these. The Essex class is all of these here. I will believe you, but if we take the Wasp, that only leaves us 49 points to like take a cruiser maybe and a destroyer. So I don't think that's what we want to be doing. Even though a carrier would be great, yeah, I don't think that's what we need to be doing. So let's look at heavy cruiser. Yeah, we could go with the Wasp and a heavy cruiser and something else. That would leave 27 points. Light cruiser, that would leave 13. And I could get 2 destroyers then. Wasp, heavy cruiser, light cruiser, 2 destroyers. How do we feel about that for our primary attacking force there? You know what? Let's go for it. Let's just do the Wasp. Cool. Let's look at heavy cruiser. Okay, so the Baltimore's not available yet. 26, 22, 22, 22, and Pensacola 22. And there's 2 of those available, so yeah, let's go with the Pensacola. Light cruiser, I'm pretty sure Brooklyn's going to be the cheapest. And as we go up, it goes up in cost. So let's go with the Brooklyn. And that leaves us 13 points, so we can go to destroyers and we get 2 Farraguts, the Dewey and the Hull. We could go line ahead. Oh, you know what? I gotta switch the L1 around, which we can. Let's swap these positions here. So the Brooklyn's leading the charge, Pensacola behind it, Wasp in the middle. Would there be a better... Circular is better. Puts the Wasp in the middle. We lead with the Brooklyn. We got let's get the Pensacola and the Hull swapped around too. That way we got cruiser, destroyer. And let's have them start out as well. Kind of hang to the south here like so. All right. Supply force 1. So this is line ahead, but we need to swap positions with these two guys. Have the destroyer lead. Of course, having the oil tanker in the rear is kind of a bad deal. But it is what it is, I suppose. All right. 1200. I don't think there's anything we need to do further, though. Let's go to New Hebrides. Let's get some new air. Let's do a B-17. Strip it. Done. Not sure what this is. Course. It's not gonna be able to do that, but that's okay. Let's get time going here. Okay, my first set of operations is to get to Rennell Island, take it, and build it up to level 1. Level 1 air base at the very least. Level 1 naval base would be nice as well, too. Considering it's part of our victory condition that we need that. Oh, had a patrol plane spotted us. I'm not sure where that is from. I mean, we're running into, we're seeing it, but maybe it's Rumor Ball. I mean, it's over 1,000 nautical miles. There's got to be a carrier in the area, maybe, or some other Japanese fleet is in the area. Well, it's evening anyway, so we can't launch any planes at this point, so that's fine. We'll let that go. Task Force 2 encounter must be resolved. Oh, okay. Let's begin. Must be a sub. Must be a sub. So the Wasp in the middle, that's fine. Say start. I'm not seeing any torpedoes in the water. And I would expect torpedoes off to my side, not head on. Oh, here we are, torpedoes. All right. So at this point now, go to orders. We need to steer right. And let's go to the hull. I think it's N for navigation. We want to go up this way. Have an idea where it's at. U. It's N again. U. Do a hard turn. Dewey. Do the same thing. Wasp. Let's turn to our left. Pensacola. Match. So nice spread, actually. I think we might speed up a bit here. Yeah, we don't want to be speeding up ourselves too much. Yeah, if Brooklyn can't get out of this, actually... let's just head directly straight like that. Dewey. Hard right. Brooklyn. Steer to left, slow down. 11 kilometers. Let's go active sonar. We don't think we really need radar on. Hull. active sonar there. Let's steer a little bit to the right. Let's also slow down some so we can pick up Pensacola. Speed up a little bit. Wasp. We can also do that and speed up a little bit. Come on, Dewey. Speed up there. Ooh, that's going to be so close. So close. Oh, wow. What is it to go underwater? There's, here we go. Oh my goodness. Alright, Dewey. The rudder midships. Alright. So that now has been taken care of. Let's try to ping this guy. Let's get sonar going. I mean, we can all get our sonar going here at this point. Huh, even the Wasp has sonar. Cool. Make a kind of cheat, I suppose, and be looking underwater, try to find this sub, but, you know. Yeah, I can't. Based on where the torpedoes came from, I have an idea. Let's continue going right. Let's slow down a bit. Get the Brooklyn rudder midships. Let's see what we can find here. See if we can't flush this thing out. Let's get you going there. I thought I had everybody. That could use sonar. Doing so. Everybody, everybody, start pinging away like mad. Start pulling to the left quite a bit there. We don't need to be going in a complete circle. slow down. In case we have another spread of torpedoes coming our way and not realize it. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to overrun it. All right. I thought there was a speed up mechanism. It's in the menu. No. There we go. Time compression. Well, if we're not going to be able to find the sub here at this rate. Alright, so at this point, retreat. We can leave. Confirm. So sub showed up, fired off some torpedoes at me. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. And let's go 60 here. Okay, so you're heading back. That's fine. It's evening time at this point. So definitely there's a sub in the area that Task Force 2 is detected, which means Supply Force 1. No, it should be called Task Force 2, or just Task Force 1, shouldn't it? Or WASP Task Force. That way I know. That way I have a better idea. Yeah, we'll be able to upgrade. We'll take Renell and we'll be upgrade their air base. Then the next run out, we'll upgrade their naval base. Though I say that, yeah, I mean, a port is needed. Period. But we need a level 3 to be able to rearm ships. So, yeah, level 1 port's not going to do any good. Probably would want to go back, pick up another, yeah, some supplies, engineering fuel. Just keep shuttling it up to Renell Island, and use that as my forward base. Get my men up here as well too. Use this as a forward base, so we can then start landing on Guadalcanal and begin to take that. I mean, we kind of do need to eventually make a run to Guadalcanal, drop off a whole bunch of troops, but I want to get Renell Island built up first. If I can wait a week, if that's possible, get sufficient force here, then Supply Force 1 can, I can detach the oiler. I won't need the oiler with me, but Supply Force 1 can grab troops and supplies and drop them off on Guadalcanal. Yeah, drop off the oiler, have the Farragut and one of the C3s carry troops. The other two carry supplies. Let's see how that works. In point of fact, I just need this one run. Build up the airbase. So I can at least get wildcats, so we have some sort of fighter protection in the area. Head back to New Hebrides. Drop off the oil tanker, just let it sit here. Grab supplies, troops, funnel them up to Renal Island, and if that's a decent amount, yeah, we can carry. So we're carrying 4,000 supplies right now. We're going to spend 1,000 to build it up, so that's 3,000 left over. I don't know, probably 1,000 troops, I guess these C3s might be able to carry. If so, I can bring 2,000 troops, 2,250 troops with the Farragut and these two, and then 2,000 more supplies. Bring them up to Renal Island to stage, and then make a night run to Guadalcanal. Leave late afternoon. So it's 336 or 157. So about 200 nautical miles. Yeah, from here, if I were to get to Renal Island, it's 164. Yeah, 204. So it's about 200 nautical miles. What are we steaming along at as 12 to 16 knots? So it would take, let's say on the slow end, 12 knots there. What'd I say? 200 nautical miles. That would. Yeah, if we're going this way, it would take us at least 16 hours. So the better part of a day. So we'd have to leave from Renal Island in the morning. Pray that we don't get caught by anything up to here. Then it'd be nighttime up to here when we're dropping off, and then we just we could probably just take the quick way back. But I mean, if we don't encounter anything this way, if we don't encounter anything coming back, going into Guadalcanal this way, we can go back the same way, even though it's longer, and make our way to New Hebrides. Okay, let's take care of this first. We got to Renal Island here. Supply Force 1 encounter must be... no. Well, let's begin. So, we're going to call this by me there. Okay, back. So, let's begin. So, this is nighttime, so yay, I guess, on that. Scatter clouds, low visibility, well, 50% visibility, sea state 2, very calm. Alrighty, let's start her off. And everybody, let's start chugging along. Fast as we can go. How fast can these guys go? 18. So the Farragut. So we have discovered torpedoes in the water. Okay, everybody, break left. See them. Well, there they are. I don't know if we want to break into them, but I think based upon their trajectory, that might be the best. know you guys are following the Farragut, but you guys need a break. Break. Yeah, we should be able to avoid this. Let's get sonar going. Let's slow down to 11. Farragut. It's discovered a sub. Alright. These annoying texts that I'm getting. Annoying texts. Alright. So honestly, what the deal? Bummer. So cease. Yeah, we got our sonar going there. Okay. That we know. Keep steering to the right. Let's follow the waypoints here. That will be better for us. Let's speed up a little bit because the contact is going at 8, so we need to be going about 13. We need to be able to catch up to them. That's all right. These guys start going right. Maximum speed. Oh, is that the only one that... Okay, he's doing it too, but he's not. Just do that for right now. Farragut. Sure, use the searchlights. That might actually help you out a little bit. These guys, okay. Brake. Slow down. I don't know if collisions are on or not, but good God. Tight turn to left. Come on, guys. Alright, Farragut. So we know there's a sub out there. Still only going about 8. We're going 13, so we will catch them. Let's kind of speed this up a little bit here. Depth charges, we want to get 5 ready. A little bit of a slight spread, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, let's pause this a little bit here. And how are we doing, everybody else? Okay, we can. Everybody needs to slow down some. We don't need to be going that fast. I'll have them go 10 kilometers to like try to catch up, or 9, actually 9 knots. Sorry, just to try to catch up a bit. Okay, fair good. So we should be approaching the sub here very, very soon. Let's kind of turn a little bit. There they are. Now, I'm not going to be any good at this at all. Let's say attack. Depth charge on 1. Let's let them, the AI, kind of. So where they just, oh yeah, we're shooting it out and rolling it underneath the. So I don't think we had any good potential hits there yet. We're doing it way too late. Or way too early, I suppose. We're dropping way too early. Oh, maybe not. They're starting to slow down now, so yeah, that's some good hits all around. I'm definitely not any good at handling depth charges here, but let's get your orders going there. So you're basically just going to do a circular pattern on this sucker here. Let's see, ammunition-wise, there it is. Speed is 0. I'm reading that right. Its depth is 314, 313, so I can't tell if it like went too far down. But it's not moving, so I assume that the torpedo, or the depth charge attacks were successful, and hopefully this was the one sub that attacked my carrier group. That would be nice. You can increase your speed a little bit. You need to start catching up. I mean, I'd have to say it's not doing that well. I don't see any propeller movement whatsoever. The speed is definitely 0. I think it's trying to get to the surface. right over it and drop another pattern. Do it a little bit quicker at that point here. Okay. Well, okay, so the game is doing this. Not me. Right on the end there. Yeah, right on the stern. Sinking. Okay, yay. Nice. Nice. Alright. So we go retreat, leave, confirm. Sank a sub. We got one command point for that. 3,700 tons. Like I said, I hope this is the sub that was first spotted by the Wasp. And then ran into my group here. It's about the same area, more or less. I mean, here's where the Wasp ran into it. So it could have moved out to the west. Like in hopes of, I could see it moving west in hopes of trying to shadow the Wasp, and then just happened to luckily fall across my supply force here. Let's ramp this up a little bit here. Air operations now available. We shall take advantage of that. New air, again, B-17. I'm doing this because I saw Wolfpack do it. Just basically using one bomber as a scout force, essentially. And what do we have at Milne Bay? Just Wildcats. They don't have much range. Port Moresby, Wildcats and Avengers. They also don't have much range. So, oh, and Cooktown. Oh. I didn't realize I have Cooktown as well. Yep. Done. $869 nautical miles we have available here, so I mean that's not quite out to there, but let's just say out there just for S&G. Just see what we kind of spot out there. Yeah, I gotta remember I can launch from there. So these both are fighters, Avenger and Cooktown and New Hebrides. I can get bombers as well. Oh, scout plane. Which, you know what? Launch aircraft. Oh, we have to select a ship. Brooklyn has a Kingfisher. Launch aircraft. Kingfisher. Can't put any bombs on there, but okay, cool. Course. $351 nautical miles, so let's do just that. God, this is like such a mainstay kind of type deal here of that aspect there, where, you know, yeah, you should be able to Pensacola launch aircraft. One Kingfisher done, of course. So that way I can get scouts out myself. So we can launch more Kingfishers, but I'm thinking let's just kind of wait there. They spotted my supply task force. Let's bring them back. it's the same one again, which probably means there might be an enemy force somewhere around here, in here, or somewhere around here, or out here, maybe. I don't know. But they've been definitely finding me. So let's go to Brooklyn, launch aircraft, Kingfisher again, done, course. There we go. Wasp Tank Task Force, launch aircraft from Pensacola, done, course. Okay, let's launch another set. Oh, so they get done. They get rearmed or whatever you want to call it pretty quickly. So let's do that. Wrong thing. Task Force Pensacola, launch aircraft, Kingfisher, done, course. There we go. I'll wait till about 2 o'clock. Or I think, you know what? I think on the hour we're going to launch aircraft. I think that will be the best. So we did discover there. Let's kind of do this. Wasp Task Force Pensacola, launch aircraft, done, course. At 2 o'clock then I'll launch another. Encounter Supply Force 1, so it's got to be another sub. I don't think there's anything else that it could potentially be. Conditions, good visibility, low sea state, etc., etc. Start. Let's pause it real quick. Looking way out there to see if I can spot anything. Is there anything behind us? I don't see. Alrighty, so Farragut. Boost up your speed. Torpedoes in the water. Wow, that close in, huh? So the problem is I don't know. So everybody is going as fast as they can. I don't know what the brake. Let's head right. No. Steer left. Brake, steer left. Brake, steer left. Brake and steer to the right. So 5, 6 torpedoes. Alright. Yeah, so you're braking to the left as you should. Full speed, you're going to the left. Full speed, which you don't really need to anymore. Let's just go straight at this point. And you can also go straight at this point, and you can stay in the route that you're going. Farragut, pulling far to the right. Best they can, turn on your sonar. Let's slow down a bit to 13 knots. Submarine detected. Okay, so Farragut in. Let's cut right over their path here. So yeah, the torpedoes will miss my Type C3 here, which I forget what they're carrying. Stop turning. Actually, keep turning to the left. To spread these torpedoes, we might be able to. You know what? Let's go straight. To speed these torpedoes, I was thinking maybe I could thread between them, but you know what? We're gonna speed outside of them. Type B. Okay. Let's pull a hard turn to the right. Brake. Pull a hard turn to the right. A moderate turn to the right. Keep going 18 knots. The sub should be like right ahead of me at this point here. Let's straighten out just a tad. Yeah, they're the Jap sub's trying to angle itself for another attack, it looks like. Alright, let's even out you. Farragut. 5. Drop them on the series of 6. Oh, we lost the sub. Some decent hits. Let's make a high-speed turn to the right. So yes, apparently you have collisions, but apparently you can indeed get damaged. Slow down now, guys. Let's get up speed a little bit here. So you are turning to the right a bit. You as well. That's cool. I gotta need to keep an eye on here. Let's get time compression going a little bit. We don't need that severe of a turn. We don't need a turn anymore. Begin our attack run here. Oh, good. So yay. So yes, collisions are on. Good God. wait till these repairs are done. Okay, that's good. %, integrity, hull integrity, 94% there. Yeah, just a very minor hit overall, but hey, cool. Let's save this real quick here. Save. Overwrite. Retreat, leave, confirm. Sank another Type B 3,700 tons, 1 more command point gained. Alright, let me go, speaking of, let me just go ahead and save it at this point in time. Let me call this one Tom Battle, and going in the future here, when I go to battle, I'll overwrite Tom Battle. When I'm on the campaign map, I'll do it as Tom, just in case. But it should, when I go to continue the campaign, it should just automatically go back to the very one that we're working on. I'm going to go ahead and edit this point here. It's about 3 hours. Basically, we just barely played a day, a little over a day in game, but you see how long it takes. I mean, granted, I was going through the tutorial here for almost 2 hours, so we weren't playing but maybe 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, but overall, I'm liking the way things are. Sunk 2 submarines, yay. Just out of curiosity, what would it take for us to build to get a submarine if we wanted a sub? So the cheapest is indeed 10 points for a Tamper class. We can get a destroyer cheaper than that, but yeah, not gonna bet. Can't get a light carrier because that's not us, that's the Japanese. Yeah, oh well. So we're not going to be building anything anytime in the near future here. The plan, again, to kind of reiterate on this, get my supply force to Renal Island, build that up to a level 1 airbase, so at the very least we have Wildcats for defensive purposes. Send it back, leave the oil tender behind, pick up another. Well, you know what, I could probably load up with, I mean, we've got 100 fuel there. I might as well load up with it anyway. Bring it to Renal Island. I can just drop it off, and it'll sit there. So yeah, I'll do another same thing. Pick up here, though. One of I may just bring, yeah, one of these C3s might bring troops instead. So that way we can come back to Renal Island a second time, time it, figure out the when we should leave by, to then sneak into Guadalcanal, be able to drop off at night, and do just that, drop off our first bunch of troops. I imagine probably just 1,000 troops are all, and 2,000 supplies all we're going to drop off. Quite honestly, I think what we'll end up doing on the second run is the oil and engineering. We're going to drop and oil engineering and one group. No, yeah, oil engineering is going to get dropped off. I'll detach the C3 and Cimarron to stay at Renal Island. And then these three will make a bit of a, hopefully, well, I say high-speed run, 18 knots is the fastest you can go. Typically you're cruising about 12, so these three will then make as fast a run as they possibly can to Guadalcanal, drop the supplies, troops, and troops. So 1,250 troops, 2,000 supplies. Off at Guadalcanal. Run back, pick up the other 2 ships, head back to New Hebrides, and get ready to do that again. New Hebrides, yeah, we won't get any more engineering and fuel, so this run is to build it. Second run is to grab everything, drop the engineering and fuel off here at Renal Island, go back, drop the oil tanker off, grab some more supplies and troops from New Hebrides, go to Renal Island, chill, wait until we can get to Guadalcanal at night. Repeat. Just keep doing that. Is it summary? Yeah. Rules. So to upgrade to level 2 air base, which I'm kind of thinking, which would give us Avengers. We could do that. We could get a level 2 air base, and we could have Renell upgraded to a level 1 naval base too if we wanted to. The only reason why to do that would be to eventually be able to bring another 300 fuel upgraded to a level 3 naval base. Go through level 2, level 3, so we can then rearm ships. Because Renell will be a lot quicker to get to than out here to New Hebrides. That'd be also very daring, very risky, you know. But something we'll check and see. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Appreciate it, and I will see you next time.